Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here and welcome back to another video. In this one we're going to clean up some bosses and then move on to Darkseid. This is Heroic 6, by the way. So here, first up we have Manta. We have Classic Wonder Woman and Flash in order to passively buff him, and they obviously need to die as soon as possible because we don't need to get them tagged in and out because that would be annoying, but we do need them for their passives. Now we have on Manta a level 9 firebox, so that's going to be providing us with some decent stats. And also at the same time we are going to constantly inflict burning effects on the enemy with Manta. I do have armor pierce on basic attack hits on Manta on the talents, but I'm still going to do the burning because those armor pierce talents, while they're very good to have, they're not going to count for swipe attacks. They're only going to count for tap attacks, and especially since we got the firebox, our swipe attacks are going to be pretty much what gives us the most damage. And I sped this up a lot because it's pretty repetitive. I'm just gonna combo and chop him, and I'm going to constantly apply burning effects on him. That's the only thing that we're going to do here. And yet again, we don't let the burning expire, because if we do so, we're going to lose all the progress we have made towards reducing defense. So that's something to keep in mind. Manta tagging the super move, no problem. I knew he would. He gets a decent amount of health from his passive and a huge amount of health from the level 9 firebox. And yeah, this fight went well. This is as far as my Manta goes without the Brainiac in Dawn of Apocalypse. And considering no passive stats from other artifacts except for the equipped one, I would say that's a pretty decent amount. Now for the Bad Ninja team, again sped up because after Catwoman gets tagged in and she's ready to go, it'll be a pretty repetitive process. But first up we need to get Robin killed and Grodd killed. We do need them for the passives, but I don't want them to annoy me during the fight getting tagged in and out with no reason to it. We got Super Move out of the way pretty quick. Grodd died there. There we go. And Catwoman just doing her thing, pushing to the corner. Something I do miss is the guaranteed crit area on Catwoman. Or more like the beta club on Catwoman, because yeah, on the secondary account I do miss the guaranteed crit area, but on the main accounts, bro, the beta club, that's what I definitely miss. But I think I'm getting far better results out of the level 9 firebox than of the level 8 beta club here, specifically because of no passive stats splitting. But yeah, come on, chop there. Come on, chopped again. Second special, keep up that constant dot. We're reducing his armor with the Grodd passive, so no need to worry about that. Third special in there. Come on, chopped again. And the swipes are nothing to joke about, like when it's a crit and lethal on a swipe and the fast attack, it is going to be a 1 mil value. But yeah, that was about it for the Batman Ninja team fight, and they did the job. They definitely did the job. Now here, boy, I have not played like this in a while. We have Dr. Fate with Firebox, plus Skinflant's Aquaman with Firebox. Double Firebox, boys. This definitely brings back some memories. And we have Red Hood in there with an All Blades to increase the timer. Not sure if we'll need it or not. And this is 110 mil damage as far as I remember, or something close to that. And I was a little bit scared because I haven't used Mike and Flan Sakura with Firebox in this already in ages. And I was like, I'm pretty sure this will be enough damage for a cleanup, but I'm not 100% sure. Remember that Flan Sakura does far less damage if the target is low on health, because his main thing is dealing percentage health damage, but at the same time he can hold his own against low health fights. He does have some modifiers with his passive that allow him to get some very decent values. I mean, nothing comparable to the Batman Ninja team, League of Anarchy, maybe even a maxed out Manta, but still a serviceable amount. It's not gonna be a Deathstroke or a Batman Laugh situation. Getting back in there, bring you to the combo. A third special, and we can sit as much as we want here, because when you're doing this but using Firebox, you need to tag in and out as soon as possible, keep up the old blades. And nah, bro, here we don't care, we just don't care. We do the maximum amounts of basic attack hits, because that builds combo, that builds energy, that does tons of damage. Thankfully I did not forget to equip my gear with fast actions on King, because I have two of them, one with full attack and one with fast actions. The one with full attack is for attacking league rates, and so far I have nothing but regrets about even building it, because I always forget to unequip it afterwards, and I end up in fights where I do need that fast actions and I don't have it. Dr. Fate back in there, ring-use the combo. Conflant Sakman back in there. Third special, ring-use the combo. That's a sweet 4 mil on the third special. That's a decent place to be at. Our third special with jump attacks there. I know in theory you could combo interrupt Dark Supergirl, but if you're looking for that, but dude, you're on the wrong channel. I don't know how to tell you, but you're on the wrong channel. I mean, I could with Black Adam. I did my fair share of attempts back in the day of combo interrupting her with Black Adam and Batman Catwoman, and the results were mixed at best. But with Confine Suckman, nah, bro, I'm not even gonna try it. Can get him back in there. As you can see, we're doing longer combos with Dr. Fate when he gets tagged in and he needs to. When he needs to is where we get Confine Suckman out with low energy, and we want to get him back in with close to full energy, because that allows us to do 2/3 specials per tag in. So that's what we're aiming for. And then our third special, the usual 4.5 mil, and can't be too mad about that one. And the 2.5 on lower combo, and there we go, that's Dark Supergirl down. And now moving on to my boy Darkseid. Like, look my dudes, since the introduction of Deathstroke and Batman Who Laughs, there remains absolutely no final boss in the game that's hard. Like, if you don't have Batman Who Laughs and Deathstroke, you might struggle a bit. It might take you a few more fights, but if you have those two characters, there is no final boss in the game that's going to be a problem for you. Funny enough, since the introduction of those two dudes, other bosses that are not like final bosses are going to be far harder to beat because of different mechanics. But yeah, the final bosses I feel like are designed for them to not be the most... I know this sounds weird, but they're designed to have a little bit of a more streamlined experience. Like, there's no final boss with random tag-ins. That's mainly what I mean. They're designed to be a more streamlined experience where it will just introduce mechanics or resistances that make you take more time using the usual themes that were a thing when those stories were released. But they're not I mean, they're still a thing, but we got some other tools at our disposal, that being Deathstroke. And this fight is a good reflection of the fact that Deathstroke was utterly fixed in terms of his percentage health chances, and yeah, I messed up there. And also the second special into a block. Like, the Deathstroke fight was not the brightest out of them all, let's just say that. Deathstroke gets killed again. But yeah, some of you still are like in the comments if Deathstroke special 2 is still bugged. And no, it has been fixed, because here he's got a pretty weird, a pretty meaty damage cap, and we're not going to deal too much damage with the Deathstroke special 2. He's just going to need some more of them, and it's going to reach the same amount of damage. But yeah, we messed up a bit here. It was not the best fight out of them all. We're going to speed up the process because I'm trying to squeeze as much damage as I can with this multiverse flash towards the end of the fight. But yeah, definitely not my best fights. But still, even with this terrible gameplay, we still did a huge chunk of damage. Batman Who Laughs here with Sir Banshee. And this is not a good start, because I need Batman Who Laughs to be somewhat healthy in order to combo interrupt and stuff, and he didn't start off well, let's just say that. And yeah, we have sort of Salvation on Batman Who Laughs, that being our main source of not allowing this dude to kill us pretty much. And thinking back on it, I should have put this dude on the Deathstroke team, because we definitely had the time to spare to get this dude's stuff out of the way. That should have definitely been the call. And don't get me wrong, it wouldn't have impacted heavily how many fights I needed to do here or whatever. But honestly, I was looking at my characters available, and I was like, oh, it would make for a great thumbnail to see Darkseid versus Darkseid, and put a Brainiac in there. But then I was like, nah, but Raven team is available, we might as well finish it. So yeah, if I had the spot available, I would have definitely used that. So kind of regret it. But yeah, we're done with the percentage health from Batman Who Laughs, so here we're going to move into dealing damage with Sarah Banshee, because that's why she's there. She's got the level 8 firebox. And yeah, rough start for her as well, because I did not block enough before going into a jump attack, and that will take a few more seconds to get this dude back in the corner where we want him, where he's the most docile. Batman Who Laughs back in there. Combo interrupt, re-engage the combo. Third special. Getting back in there. Special 1, he's back in the corner. Let's hope we don't mess it up again. Block, Batman Who Laughs in there. Combo interrupt again. Sir Banshee third special. And now you're going to start to see what I mean, that it was a rough start for Batman Who Laughs, because he needs to do this constantly until the end of the fight. He needs to Get in there, block hit, combo chopped, and Sir Banshee tagged in. And I mean, look, even if we were full health and I would have held the combo interruptions, he would be most likely dead. Because he would get a special in the face, and since no passive stat splitting, we get the Feeble Man that's got 20k health and a 75% defense that will not account for anything. But as you can see here, it hurts to block, my dude. It literally hurts to block. Like, look at him. Block? Oh boy! 10% of our remaining health is gone, or more than 10%. The Revenge back in there. Special one. Film Blast back in there. Combo chopped again. Bravely combo interrupting with that amount of health, my dude. Jump attack. And yeah, the 6.3 mil, I think it's the highest we'll see in this fight. And it's a little bit of a letdown compared to the RSO raids, because in RSO raids, with the... and on the secondary account, not even the main account, with the level 3 Dark Metal cards and level 4 and level 2 sorry, the artifacts for passive stats, that would be more damage. But it is what it is. Can they please make the bonuses split there? But yeah, this fight went well enough, but as I said, pretty disappointed with the team setup and the team choices until that point. And here we have Raven, League of Hurricane. You might be like, oh Sigval, why didn't you start off with this team? It would have been an easy one-shot, and you actually might not be wrong. But I wanted to play it safe, because a lot of times I overestimated the Raven League of Anarchy team, and they would do a lot of damage, but not enough, and the enemy would be left with like 600 mil health. And that's a problem, because from that point on, I have to wait for this team to be available again, because if I was to use my percentage health characters, they wouldn't do much, because the enemy is not full health, and they deal percentage out of the current health. So now I'm taking a little bit of a better safe than sorry approach. Though to be fair, I could have just looked up a fight and see how much damage this team can deal, because I'm not too far in terms of this team to max performance. I got my Joker build almost finished, I got a level 9 Firebox, I got a 5-star Raven, and I would deal less than the top damages out there, but not by much. So yeah, special one in there. Joker back in there. Ring-dish the combo. We even did a super move here because it was kind of convenient, and I have no trouble combo interrupting this dude. He's either one of the easier characters in the game to combo interrupt, or he is a character that I'm used to combo interrupting. I don't know, it's either one of the two. Combo interrupt again. Combo interrupt again. And another combo interruption before you need to tag in Raven. There we go, reset that darkness. And we're going to finish this fight with like 1 minute left or something like that. And that 1 minute means like kind of the same amount of damage that we did so far, yet again. Because in the last minute we deal the most damage. Because it's the first minute is kind of wasted for setup and pushing him to a corner. From this point on, it would have been peak performance damage. By the way, I was power draining through Sword of Sin at level 8 on Raven, if anybody's wondering. And yeah, there we go, garbage rewards as usual. Though on the other hand, I kind of reached the end game, guys. I got tons of credits, I got tons of reforges, I got tons of gear materials. I can literally build whatever I want at this point. So yeah, I might at some point. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!
This is the future.